Hello everyone and welcome back to the 33rd annual Brick Invitational here from the Ice Palace at West Edmonton Mall. And we got a game that's playing for pride out here on the ice surface tonight.
Both teams, Team Pennsylvania and Team Saskatchewan, taking on each other in this final game of round robin play. Both teams coming in, like you said, donuts on the board, round robin play. In terms of the win column, and they're looking to find their way here tonight. We just came off a very thrilling overtime game between Toronto Pro Hockey and Detroit. What can we expect to see between Pennsylvania and the Saskatchewan Junior PATS?
So I haven't had a lot of opportunities to actually cast either of these teams' games throughout the week, but from what I've heard is you might be in for a defensive specialist game. Not a lot of goal scoring in this one, if you're catching my drift. Not a lot of jump on the puck.
Okay, well, we're gonna hope for an exciting game between these two teams. I am Adam Manna. I will be your play-by-play announcer for today's game. He is Conrad Krausert, and we will have the opening face-off coming right up after the national anthems. Stay tuned.
Sorry, Adam. Oh.
Jeez.
God say, hello to all people of Turtle Island. As chief, I welcome you here to Treaty 6 territory. This land has been traditionally before homeland for the Métis people of Alberta, Inuit, and ancestral territory of the Cree, Dene, Blackfoot, Saulteaux, and Dakota Sioux people since time immemorial. The recognition of our history on this land is an act of reconciliation and we honor those who walk with us.
with the exchanging of gifts, we are back here at the Ice Palace as we mentioned, the bagels on the board for both Team PA and the Saskatchewan Junior Pats. I gotta say, a different feel to this PA team than the one that was there previously.
What are you seeing, Conrad?
Well, you got to remember that the 2011 version of the PA team was nearly a playoff team and had one of these standout goaltenders of the tournament. First team All-Star, Saulnier. And you're not seeing that a lot of that here from Team PA. And the other side, Saskatchewan Junior Pats, a tough 2 years. They were one of the programs that was shut down the longest due to COVID, from what I'm hearing. So didn't have the team to gel allow the team to gel as much, get that practice time in that's so important at this age group.
Well, it definitely sounds like we got a little bit of a noisier crowd, at least to start this game, compared to the last one we called. But, I mean, the crowd ramped up late in the last game between Toronto and Detroit. So, I mean, both these teams' final round robin games, they know this is it. The final string with both teams not having a win so far, but something's going to give today because one team can walk away with at least a win out of this one.
And I got to say, I love the Team PA parents. They know how to party. They've been out there on Bourbon Street every night at one of our sponsors' first round. Oh, yeah, they've dragged me off as I'm walking back to our hotel here. Dragged me off Bourbon Street a couple times.
Well, we'll see if they get rowdy as we're ready to drop the puck here on the final game of round robin play between Team Pennsylvania and the Saskatchewan Junior Pats. Saskatchewan wearing the white, red, and blue unis, while Pennsylvania has the Pittsburgh Penguin logo as a patch on their shoulder.
They have the Penguins on one, Flyers on the other, representing both NHL teams.
And again, Conrad, very sharp as my color man. He doesn't allow me to miss a thing. As Pennsylvania with the early pressure, they have it into the Saskatchewan zone as they work it back to the point. The big defenseman there, that looked to be Wang. Didn't want to shoot that one. As he played it down low, now Saskatchewan will look to work it up the near side wall where they play it out to center, and Wang will get a second crack. He will get it in, and all 5 Pennsylvania players will go off for a line change, which will give the Pats some time to break it out. They will send that cross ice for number 91. That is Hudson Grand. Grand will let the wrister go right on. I like the netminders gear going with the all black. It looks sharp. Mix it in with that blue and yellow uni for Pennsylvania. As getting the start for Team Pennsylvania is James Caton. And for Saskatchewan, number 31, Lachlan Beatty.
I was talking to one of the parents groups who was the parent of one of the goaltenders, and they say they go with the all.
As there's a shot, they score! Not to cut Conrad off, but number 29, Bentley Hebert puts it in. A shot that squeaked through Caton as Conrad was looking the other way for about a half second. And Saskatchewan is able to take the early 1-0 lead.
Really a play out of nothing. I thought I was safe to look away, but punished every time as a color guy when you do that. I'll continue my thought here after the puck drop.
And the Saskatchewan bench boss, he's fired up, trying to get the crowd into it. As Hebert will get things rolling for Saskatchewan. Now they're looking for more as they cut this one to the net. Anderson shot. He scores! Getting Caton to slide from left to right, or pardon me, right to left, and he beats him over the blocker. Sheds to make it 2-0 for Saskatchewan.
Did I say these teams couldn't score? Did I say that in the pregame?
Well,
I'm eating my words now.
Our boss Glenn, he needs one more goal, and he calls it for the day here with 40 goals combined. He ain't listening right now, but he's going to be happy. There's a few goals being scored in the first minute 37. 2 goals on 3 shots. No timeout called by Pennsylvania to try and settle the troops down. We'll see if Saskatchewan keeps the momentum and pressure going as a lot more jump to this game early.
So I think I'm safe to continue my thought now. They purchase black pads because goaltending is expensive and buying new pads because there's puck marks all over them, not in the budget. So keep that budget a little bit down with the black pads.
Well, I think it looks sharp, but unfortunately for Catan right now, it is 2 goals on 3 shots and a .333 save percentage. As he's going to look to improve on that. Otherwise, it might be a short night for the youngster.
Nowhere to go but up from here, really. Well, you hope.
As Schendel for Saskatchewan will just play that in with one hand as now Pennsylvania plays it off the boards to, it looked to be number 86, Ryan Burkheiser. As that pass picked off now, and it will be number 75, that's Levin, trying to work his way towards the net. He gets kind of spun around and tied up along the boards, and now it will be Saskatchewan's Kessler Kennedy playing it by Sullivan of PA. Now Wang will have it in his feet. He's able to shovel that one over to Sullivan. A little bit of a size difference between Sullivan and Wang there for Pennsylvania. As the Pats will play that off the wall, right along the near side boards. Getting a good view from up here. As Sullivan will chase down that puck. He's going to have a little bit of time. He hits the brakes and has the puck stripped off him there by Kennedy. Kennedy played it up ahead for number 17, that's Renneberg. And Renneberg once again, it gets his eyes up, has some time. Will send that cross ice to number 97, that's LaBelle. LaBelle, the shot right on. And there's a good kick save there by Catan with the right pad. As Pennsylvania will chip that one in. That was Julius. Not sponsored by Orange Julius in this tournament. As he went off for a change, and PA continues on the forecheck. Saskatchewan able to move it D to D behind their own net. Now they will send a hard pass through the middle of the ice. It is on the stick of Gran. Gran wearing number 91 for the Pats. Will pick it up, but we're going to have a Pat penalty. And this might be what Pennsylvania is looking for to try and slow down the Pats' attack.
But we have a replay here. I believe this is the first goal scored in this game. Just good hard work in the forecheck and slides home on the far side.
And I believe if we can get one more quick look, that should have been Hebert. It looked like Gran was also in there, but yeah, it looked like Hebert got the last touch. Thanks to Cody, our production man. What a job he's doing over here.
And just as we have a second here, this power play is brought to you by the Kachuk Advisory Group at Scotia Wealth Management. At the Kachuk Advisory Group, Scotia Wealth Management, we share a passion for our community. We believe wealth is about more than just money.
Do you work for Scotiabank? That was a heck of a line. As here is Pennsylvania. It is Loya letting the shot go. That one blocked fearlessly at net front by number 11, Zaid McDougall. And now Clark will get his body around it, get his eyes up. Tried to go quick up to, that was number 77, Loya. And it went off his stick, and Saskatchewan's able to clear it 200 feet back down into PA ice. 7:10 remaining in this first period. If you just got here, you missed a lot. Saskatchewan up 2-0. I'd love to quiz Conrad on where that movie line is from, but I don't think he's going to get it.
No,
maybe not quite enough as they wave off the icing there. We'll get back to that in a second. As it will be Morgan at the left point, played it towards the net. Easily picked up by number 92 of the Pats, who tried to toe drag there. That was Steven. Now it's Anderson. Anderson had the second goal for the Pats as he let that low-risker go right along the ice. And again, kicked away by Catan. Now Pennsylvania will dangle his way in. It's a 2-on-1. Go to the net. The shot off the outside of the post as there is 30 seconds remaining in this first Pennsylvania power play. Now the puck stays along the half wall. He's going to walk the dot. Thought about shooting it. Now goes back to the point. Morgan down low for it looked to be number 18. That was Tanner Julius back out there. Got a quick smoothie at the bench. As we said, he might have been sponsored by Orange Julius before this tournament. Now it will be another big body, and that check is going to lead to another penalty here for the Pats as that one skips on goal. And the stop made by number 31, Lachlan Beatty, his first of the night. And we're going to have, well, actually, their first penalty expired, so it will just be their second peeper of the evening.
So, I didn't catch your movie reference because I was pulling out our 2011 pamphlet here. And so I was just making sure because I recognize number 12, Braden Pearsall, one of the few players who did play in both tournaments, the 2011 and 2012 varieties.
Well, that's impressive.
Yeah. Well, you know what's impressive? There's about 4 of them on the Montreal Canadiens roster.
And we mentioned that earlier in the week, but I don't think Saskatchewan's bench liked the call, but definitely a body check thrown. That was, they might have got away with one prior to that big one. And Tyler Bozak, like you said on the officials tonight, making that call. Oh, no, wait, Tyler plays in the NHL. So we'll have to get his official first name. But that movie line, great movie from...
I am not aware of what movie it is.
That would be from the movie Moneyball.
Oh, I have seen the movie.
As the A's scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second, 5 in the fourth, and lead this one 11-0. But don't worry, I'm a huge movie guru, so I might be a movie nerd, and you can say it. It's okay. As we got a minute 20 remaining here in the power play.
I kind of forget that the A's exist as a Padres fan, so.
Well, that's fair. Actually, my cousin was just here from San Diego. Used to be a Mariners fan, now a Padres fan.
It's an easy team to be a fan of right now.
Can they get past the old LA Dodgers, though? That's the question. As we're trying to call a hockey game, and we're talking baseball. Something that the viewers might not want to hear, but hey, you can change the channel if you'd like. I don't think you're going to get much better than us do here today at the Brick. As the Pats, with 45 seconds remaining in their kill, have done a good job so far. Pennsylvania hasn't had a ton of pressure on the power play, but now they might have a chance, as it was Burkheiser trying to slide that one over to Hackett. Couldn't quite get it there. That's Cooper Hackett. Now Loya will stick out his way in that shot. Maybe if it found its way through, might have had eyes, but a nice block there by Anderson, who, like we said, had the second Pat goal, only seconds apart from each other. Now Pearsall trying to skate his way into the zone. You can see why he played for the 2011 team as well. He can move.
Now, you had some very vocal Pats fans not happy with some of the non-calls here early in this first period.
As Hackett let that shot go wide into the far corner as they return to even strength. Saskatchewan 2 for 2 on the PK so far, and Gran will slide that over to number 12. That was Phillips. Phillips over to Gran, back to Hebert. Hebert had the first Pat goal of the evening, wearing number 29. Not to be confused with Guy Hebert, the old netminder for the Anaheim Ducks, if anybody remembers him from back in the day. Now it is Gran. Gran will converge along with Phillips on Pearsall as they put double defensive action on Pearsall. Usually you pay double for that kind of action, but not here at this tournament. Again, movie line. Does not get it. That would be dodgeball. Dodgeball would be the correct answer.
Oh, now I remember that line. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you usually pay double for that kind of action, Cotton. As Pennsylvania lets the wrister fly from the right point. Now it will be McDougall bringing it back the other way. The shots favor the Pats. Well, it says 5-0. It should be 5-1. Well, with 2.5 to go, Pennsylvania is going to have to look to create some more offense, and Conrad alluded to that in the pregame. As now a chance for the Pats there. That was Garrett Stephen working his way to the net, hit the outside of the goal, and it stays down deep into the PA zone.
The tall defender with that colorful warrior stick working his way in deep there.
As Julius will now leave it for the Pats, Anderson. Anderson wearing number 65. We, for some reason, don't have him on our roster sheet.
I know that has been an issue I'll try and get a name for you here shortly.
So we'll see what we can do. We apologize in the meantime. As I was going to say, there's 2 Andersons out there. Tyven Anderson's wearing number 98. He had the second Pat goal. We'll check and see who is wearing number 65. As a shot towards the goal there is steered away by Caton. As the puck stays along the near side boards, as Pennsylvania looks to work it out to center. That is Sullivan. Sullivan slowed his boots down as he was coming over the line, was maybe thinking a little bit too much. As you can see, the PA bench tone and speed it up, but it will be offside on Pennsylvania.
So we have him listed as number 2. That's Callum Beattie.
All right, so that will help. So Callum Beattie is wearing number 65. And we'll make that correction. Thank you to Conrad and Cody for being sharp.
I think he's number 2 in their blue uniforms, but 65 in the white, if I recall correctly.
They ran out of 2s, I guess, to stitch on the back of the uni. Budget cuts. As Savage gets taken down, no call. Could hear the Pat fans. Minute 5 remaining.
And 2 of the coaches on the bench had their arms in the air.
As Savage tried to keep that play in as we've hit the last minute of play. As Baker for Saskatchewan will go back for it. Bring it around his own net. Gets his eyes up. Tries to cut the middle. He turned it over to number 7, Smart. But Smart couldn't make anything happen. And now Anderson back the other way. Anderson will let the shot go. That's right on the blocker of Caton. And the Pats will maintain zone time here as Pennsylvania will bring it around their own net. Nice job there by number 6, Gunnar Morgan, as he's spinning away from some pressure here. Now will fall, but manages to play that ahead with one hand. 18 seconds left. Pennsylvania looking for one last chance here, as Burkheiser will just drill Brian with the puck. And now we'll go back for it. As you can see, Burkheiser, he's got 8-6 painted on his cheeks. Reminds me of the Little Giants when they throw on the black tar under their eyes. I don't know if anybody knows that movie, but
a lot of the players have been doing that. I think one player did it, and it caught on like wildfire.
Well, Conrad, it's 2-0 Pats. They were bang-bang goals. Do you think Cody, our production man, can go bang-bang with the replays? Let's
I
find
have
out.
full confidence.
All right, well, we'll see if he's up to the task here.
This is a second PA goal. Wow. Just a great shot. Finds Twine just over the shoulder. And you know, there's been some of the coaches that have been goaltending coaches that are trying to remind their goalies as they're getting lateral to keep their chests up, because they're trying to get lateral to get as much leg extension as they can, but they're leaving that top of the net open. And it looks like we will be able to go back to that first goal, speaking into existence, you know?
And as we've seen, a lot of these goals are from turnovers, whether it's at the defensive blue line, the offensive blue line. This one came in the defensive zone.
And just off one pad, off the other, and accidentally kicked back into the goal. You know, sometimes when it rains, it pours. You just don't have the confidence, don't have the luck, and sometimes you'll have those double doinks off the pads.
Last time I checked, it was a gorgeous sunny day out. I didn't see any rain.
Oh.
I know.
Metaphorically speaking, and it looks like we might need to get the referee's attention, because it looks like you've had a rain of French fries come down in front of us onto the ice. Not the worst we've had on the ice here at the Brick Tournament. And the men in stripes don't ever look up at our broadcast location anyways, so.
I guess with the jokes I'm making in this game, I don't see why they would. But
I agree.
We'll see if I can improve. I said I was going to go get a coffee after the first game. Didn't happen. So I better go get one after this one.
Well, this is our last game of the day, so.
So you're saying I don't need it, I should just go straight to bed?
Depends on how much you want to party here on a Friday night in Edmonton, Alberta.
That's a good point. I'm a North Sider, hometown, Edmonton, Alberta, so.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I know. I actually like it here, but I know you're a Calgary guy.
I do actually quite enjoy some parts of Edmonton. I haunted White Ave for a couple of years, so can't really complain.
So the Pennsylvania netminder, we finally got the referee's attention for some popsicle sticks being broken there, and there's some debris on the ice, but he's got it. So we don't think anybody will be hurt in this game.
Yeah, stepping on, they weren't huge pieces of debris, but enough to take someone down and twist an ankle, and just no good.
So Kennedy on the draw for Saskatchewan, lost it to number 75-11 of PA. Pennsylvania trying to play it out the weak side there as they rimmed it around. Now PA will kick it out wide for Sullivan. Sullivan got instructions from the bench to speed up his game. Now he brings it with that wide base, protects it, centers, and Pennsylvania couldn't quite get a stick on that. Now back the other way, it's a 3-on-2. LaBelle as Kennedy going to the net. He's got Beatty on the back post, even though it shows Anderson. We're number 65. Now Phillips gets the D-to-D. Fans on the shot, and it will come back out to center for McDougall.
So we've seen a couple instances where players don't quite get all their gear here. In the first tournament, we had someone on the Toronto Bulldogs have to wear their mascot's jersey. It had Champ all over the back, but we'll continue that story later.
As the shot by Grant is caught and held by Catan.
Every time I try and tell a story, we get a shot on net.
That's
or a goal.
Well, Saskatchewan, I think that's strictly on the Saskatchewan side, as they are now out shooting the Team Pennsylvania by a shot count of 9-1 here as we are a minute 23 into this second period. And that draw won so clean, it just beamed one of the Pats in the bench. So they'll do it again.
Keep those face masks down even
I'm
on the bench.
actually surprised that they kept the draw inside. There was one that clean back, but the puck will squirt out to center now, where Hebert plays that back to his D pair there of Steven and Cade Greening. And now Steven will try to go cross ice to the weak side option. That's Nagy. Nagy will flip that in. Hit number 91, Gran. As PA's Loya. Loya trying to spin away from Gran. Gran gets there first. He's going to try and protect it now in the corner. Smart is going to go in for the hit and pin. As Loya bumps his man. Hebert trying to use his big frame to get in there as it's a 2-on-2 battle. Now the Pats will find it. Greening lets the clapper go. Kicked out with the left pad of Catone. And like you said, he only had one way to go, and that was up. As the save percentage continues to improve, the shot's now 10-1 for the Pats.
I'm a little bit more okay with an 800 than a 333.
I would second that. And I think if you ask Catone, he still thinks he's got more to give. As Pearsall has been quiet so far for PA, considering he played for the 2011s in last week's tournament. I would suspect he's one of their go-to guys.
And you got to wonder, though, at this point in the tournament, is the gas in the tank for someone who's played in both of these tournaments starting to feel a little bit lower? Is it just don't quite have that same pep in your step?
Oh, it would basically be, I think, one game a day. Roughly it averages out to be 10 games in 10 days.
Yeah, approximately, yeah. And, yeah, because 6 days.
Well, they play 6 games, so that'd be 12.
12 in 10 days.
12 and 10, yeah. I forgot about the double dip they got on the one day. So, yeah, that is a lot of hockey for I guess, a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgetting how old we are now.
Don't remind me that these kids are 10. I'm not old by any sense of the meaning, but I'm starting to feel the creakiness in my bones.
We might need to just get you some Advil for that.
I had enough of that as an offensive lineman, trust me.
As PA will try to break it out of their own end cleanly, and they do, as Levin comes in 1-on-2, trying to slide it through the feet of Brian. And the big horse for the Pats there breaks up that rush, as PA just really unable to get anything going. As they did, they did give him a second shot on goal now, and I'm not sure where that one came from, but PA rewarded with a shot as they turn it over now to Beatty. Beatty wearing number 65, if you're wondering what's going on there. He's not Anderson. As PA, nice job to soft chip that by. They got a 2-on-1. They tried to send it across and just couldn't connect. On the pass there was Team Pennsylvania. That was number 18. Tanner Julius trying to feed number 22 Sullivan. Now Kennedy back the other way, 2-on-2. Kennedy thought about looking for Beatty going to the net. Now will try to play it to himself back of the net. And it's stolen quickly by PA. Here is the Pennsylvanians.
Pearsall.
Coming over the line. That was Pearsall. Thank you, Conrad. As he tried to play that pass back to Smart. And Smart couldn't catch up to it. Now Pennsylvania, nice outlet there to go quick up middle. As it will be Pearsall once again. Pearsall gets the outlet from Nielsen. The shot low. And might have just caught the blocker of number 31, Lachlan Beatty. As there's a couple Beatties in this game and a couple false Andersons. There's only one, but two on the name bars. As McDougall back of the net. Now a turnover by the Pats, or momentarily it looked to be that way, but now the Team Pennsylvania will keep it alive on the half wall. They will chip that back to the point, and now they will play it into the near side corner, where it will be Levin. Levin working against the Pat defense. He's center, and what a stop there by the glove of Beatty. And look at Hebert give his goaltender a big hug there as he slid across, and that was PA's best chance of the night.
Gets all the love from everyone on the ice. Not just the deep pairing, but the forwards collapsing back down. But that has really livened up this Team PA tier section.
As they look to build something off that chance. Now Levin going to bring it around, and he had the goalie beat, but he hit the side of the net on the first try and just couldn't put it home, as that allowed Beatty to get to the post, get his paddle down, and somehow kept it out. But that's two good shifts now for Team Pennsylvania.
Just a little bit of a double clutch, just unable to get that away as quickly as he would have liked.
We got 6:20 now remaining. Levin is going to keep his line on the ice. It will be Burkheiser. He gets tripped. There should have been a call there. But in a chip shot, they score! That would be number 75, Alexander Levin. And he had a shift as he pulled out the 9-iron and chipped it over top of Beatty. Cut the lead in half. It's 2-1 Pats.
And it wasn't a huge windup for the shot. Just a backhanded chip into the back of the net.
And Team PA is jacked up, as that's 3 straight shifts now that they have been able to build on, with Levin pulling out the 9-iron and chipping it over Beatty's head, as it's 2-1 with 6 to go here in the second period. And we'll see if this one starts to ramp up now and maybe open up a little bit, as PA is starting to get a little bit more aggressive on the forecheck. It will be Pearsall with Sullivan. Pearsall couldn't quite win that battle. We'll let Conrad listen for the apples on the play.
86, Burkheiser is the only assist.
So Burkheiser getting the only helper. 2-1 PA trails as Pearsall plays that up the wall just underneath the stick of Julius. They're going to wave off the icing as the Pats have some time and space. Bringing around their own net is number 92, Steven. Steven kind of had that roll off his stick on the pass and quickly dumped back in by PA, who's really showing a little bit more jump and juice, Conrad, in their step.
Hackett is absolutely flying and then gets taken down. Huge amounts of speed from the PA forward. And PA now going to be up 5-4 on the ice, looking to even the score, 2-2 on the board.
We know Team Pennsylvania has got a good coaching staff. Adam Loga, who is their team representative. I played with him in spring hockey. He's got the flow going, and you said he's a coach now at Grant McEwen.
Grant McEwen soccer, though, not on the hockey side.
Well, what's he doing on that bench? His sport is soccer now, I thought.
You know, you can still love the game even though you don't play.
Yeah, that's a good point. Logue's good man. We were actually line mates, so I got to give him a hard time, but he was a real good hockey player back in the day.
And hockey's always a brotherhood. No matter where you go afterwards, it's still a brotherhood, especially those you played with.
And that That's the special part about the brick tournament. It brings a lot of us back together. As PA goes in offside. That was Morgan trying to gain the line, but they have 1:28 remaining in their power play, and quickly they can look to tie up this game against the Pats.
And just a reminder, every single power play that you have in this tournament is brought to you by the Tkachuk Advisory Group at Scotia Wealth Management.
I want you to read off the whole line. I like when you do that.
I don't try. I try and do it when we don't have the play.
As the Pats will clear that rolling puck back out to center, as Pennsylvania's Burkheiser back out there with Levin. And it looks to be Reeling out there with him, wearing number 36. He's going to give chase on the forecheck. Try to get Baker into a turnover situation, which is exactly what happens. Now Levin down low to the goal line man. That's Burkheiser. He's got time and space. Goes back in the net for Reeling, who had it go by him. And that might allow the Pats a chance to clear. And they do. That was off the stick of Jonathan Bryan. As PA looks to slow it down, they will move it to the left side. The shot easily steered away by Beatty in the Pat net. As that shot count slowly starting to climb, it's now 10-7 for the Pats. Kennedy, nice toe drag, gets bumped and couldn't quite squeeze his way through both PA defenders. As Bryan almost took off Julius's head as he was looking for the body there. We're down to 3:25 remaining here in this middle frame. Remains 2-1 PA, 10 seconds left in the kill for Saskatchewan, who I would say has done a pretty good job so far on this kill, Conrad.
Yeah, there's been pressure from PA and only the one shot.
As they return back to even strength. 3 minutes left here in this second period. Saskatchewan looking to pad their lead as they lead by 1. They scored back-to-back Genos. I would say only about 10 seconds apart. We'll have to get the official timing on that, but roughly 10 seconds apart. It was bang, bang, and now it will be Gran. Gran, nice deception there as he faked one way, went the other way, and now he beats Pearsall, but Pearsall, good recovery there. As Sullivan will try to give it back to Pearsall, and now Gran lets the wrister go right on the blocker, and Catone lost it. It's still loose, and now the Stripes is right there to blow that one down, but Catone had a little bit of trouble with that puck, and it almost led to trouble for the Team PA netminder.
So it was exactly 9 seconds apart. And it looks like we do have our replay here. And don't have enough time. I was a little overeager here on the call.
Conrad likes to get excited in the booth here. Yes.
Of course I'm excited. We're watching incredible hockey here at this tournament.
Yeah, you're not wrong. For a guy that's covering the AJHL,
I'd say the skill level and the level of compete is comparable, but we have a break. Well,
so Smart for PA has got a man on the back door. He was looking to go far pad. Instead, they try to go short side. Now it's loose. Another kick save, and he was down and out was Beatty, but he made 2 or 3 real good stops. He's also rocking the all black gear as he looks sharp in there for Saskatchewan. And so far, I'd say it's been Beatty's period, as he's been real good despite giving up the 1 goal, which, the 9-iron chipped over his shoulder. Didn't really give him a chance. We'll see if we can flash to that goal for you, Conrad.
100%, and it's just a lot of really good positioning here from Team PA. And yeah, just scoops that into the top corner. But I was going to mention about similarities between this and actually the AJ. Well, this age group, there's a lot more motion and a lot less contact. I think that kind of evens that.
Oh my goodness, that puck went off the goalpost as once again Catone juggled it, and that led to more trouble. And of course, Saskatchewan creates that chance while you're talking.
Yep.
Because that's been the theme of the day.
Saskatchewan doesn't want me to stop talking here.
Yes. Steven trying to keep it in at the left point. He gets by Reeling. Now Steven down low to, it looks to be number 97, Jordan LaBelle. Back up to Steven. He'll drag the line. Let a good clapper go, but it hits a body. That was number 75, 11. And now Steven will pick it up just inside his own line. quickly goes quick up to the weak side. That's LaBelle. 3-on-2 with Kennedy. LaBelle needs somebody driving the paint on the mid lane drive. He's got Beatty on the back post, but he will find it in the corner. He's trying to direct Steven to jump down. The head shake didn't really cue anything there. As Beatty back down low for Kennedy. Kennedy kicks it over to Beatty. Beatty lost control as the Pats tried to center it. As a good shift here for Saskatchewan with only 15 seconds left to play. Maybe one last chance for Pearsall. Pearsall and Steven collide. And a good non-call there as they were both racing for it. And with 5 seconds left, the Pats might get the last chance. They bring it around the net. 2 left. The quick shot goes into the far corner as time will expire here on the second period of play. We had 2 goals in the first, 1 in the second, and that's where we stand after 2. It's 2-1 Saskatchewan leading PA.
And a little bit of frustration there on the ice from PA. They felt that they could have had some answers there, but we head in to the intermission a lot closer than we thought we might have when we ended the first. At the end of the first, the shots were lopsided, the chances were lopsided, but PA really brought it back in that second period.
They definitely had good pushback. Saskatchewan, I mean, they had moments as well, but for PA, a good period to build off of, especially heading into the break. And if they can continue to bring that speed and that aggressiveness, I think they might give themselves a chance going into the third to tie it up. Maybe we'll have another overtime game.
That would just be my luck. I think I've had the majority of our overtime games here as the color guy, but I'm not complaining.
Well,
it's free extra hockey.
No wonder you're so gassed.
Yeah, but anyways, we've got 3 goals here to speak of, but, you know, we'll talk more about them when we come back from the break. Give your voice a little bit of a rest and let you guys at home, maybe you'll go get a coffee. But for both of us here on ASTV, we'll see you again right before the third.
Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment. At Collins Hotel, we have you and your family's comfort in mind. Relax in one of our 16 suites featuring king or queen size beds and 36-inch TVs. Suites also include a mini fridge and other kitchen appliances to make your stay as comfortable as possible. During your stay in Pilot Mound, visit Weiser's Restaurant, our attached family-friendly restaurant and bar. It is the perfect location to host group meals, dine with the family, or unwind after a hockey game. Come in and meet our friendly staff offering daily specials on food and drinks, Wing Night Wednesdays, Buffet Fridays, and multiple TVs to watch the game. Weiser's is the place to be. Collins Hotel and Weiser's Restaurant and Bar, located across the street from Blackjack Stewart Arena off Highway 3 in Pilot Mound.
All right, puck is down and dropped here for the last period of round robin play from the 33rd annual Brick Invitational Tournament. Myself, Conrad Krausert here, and I am joined by Adam Manna. See, I have your name right too. But we'll be bringing you your third period here, and
I love it, Conrad. I love it.
looks like the Pats have a bit of jump, but hard to see that puck down in that near corner for us.
I believe it hopped out of play, so we're 26 seconds in to this third period. We saw the last game, it was 2-0 heading into the third between Toronto and Detroit. Toronto was able to get an early one and then find a way to get a late one to send it to overtime. The Pats lead by 1. PA, 1 shot, 1 goal is all they're looking for to try and even things up. And we'll see how they're able to come out here for this third period as they will work it up the near side boards. And thinking about moving that puck to Pearsall was Julius. Pearsall, you got to think he's got to get going here for PA to make this comeback as Julius tries to let that shot go. It's blocked. 2 Pats collide. Kennedy was the only one that went down as Wang will go skate to stick and play that back down for Phillips. Phillips around his own net. Stop up. He's got lots of time here as PA trying to track back and reload. As Burkheiser will slide that over. There's a chance by Levin, as
he draws a penalty.
He's going to be drawing a penalty here for PA as the Pats will touch up, but a good stop by Beattie. Only a minute 26 in, and PA's now got a chance to even things up here. They're going to their third power play of the evening.
They're 0 for 2, correct?
That's what I got.
Yep. My notes have the same, so. But they do load the face-off dot here similarly as they did for the first two.
A lot of the teams are stacking on that power play draw. Usually teams will do that if it's a 50-50 puck or maybe they're not winning draws as clean as they would like.
Oh,
and now,
there's Killer. Same penalty. Oh, sorry.
He's got the palms up, but he's going to the box regardless. As actually Loya had his palms up. He didn't like the call, but Smart will go off. And that will quickly take away the power play opportunity. Only 9 seconds it took for us to go to 4-on-4 hockey, and maybe that'll be a good thing for PA here.
Didn't even allow me to announce our power play sponsor.
No, it was too quick.
I'll announce it when we're back to 5-on-4.
Do we have a 4-on-4 sponsor?
That's a great idea. I'll pass it along to our Brick organizing committee.
As Brian almost turned it over behind his own net, but now it'll be a 2-on-2 off the rush. Wang fell, and now Kennedy will work his way in. Right at the dot, goes backdoor to Anderson, and that was just out of his reach on the shot tip. As we are now 2 minutes and 5 seconds in. The Pats and PA 4-on-4 hockey, 2-1 Saskatchewan leading as Kennedy picks it up at the hash marks. Kennedy slowing it down, gets by one man, slides it back to Brian. Brian shot high. Knocked down with a high stick by Anderson. He'll touch up, and quickly, the stripes all over it. The draw will come outside the PA zone.
I'm just watching the PA goaltender here because he looked like he jammed his leg a little awkwardly trying to get side to side. Kind of lost where his post was and slid into his post. So I'm looking at his left leg. Seems to be fine, but was favoring it a little bit.
I got to say, the youngster there, he could have got rattled after those first 2 goals on 3 shots, but has settled in nicely. He's now faced 13 and has not given up a goal since to allow his team to climb back in it. They're down by 1 as they have the puck deep into the Saskatchewan zone. It goes around the net. Played to the point. That is the right point for Wang. Wang's pass went underneath the stick of Pearsall. And now Steven will give it another try as he goes to Savage. Savage couldn't quite get that puck out. No relation to the wrestler Randy Savage.
Or the Mythbusters crew member Adam Savage.
That one I do not know.
You're a movie guy, not a TV guy.
Well, you only got time for one or the other,
This is true.
You can't have both. You can't, have your cake and eat it too. So Savage will bring it in through the slot area. As Conrad's wondering why I can't watch TV and movies at the same time. But, I'm just not that talented.
It's like you coach hockey or something. You got other things to do with your time.
Well, that's part of it, for sure. As LaBelle and the Pats have the puck deep into the PA zone as we are back to 5-on-5. Conrad gave me the hand signal. We've also learned sign language up here during this brick tourney.
You got to do it. You got to have communication and know when those things are happening. But a little bit of a disjointed start to this third period. It's not flowing as well as either team would like.
Maybe not as comparable as at least the first two periods, I would agree. As PA won the neutral zone draw, the D-to-D, and then up the wall did not execute correctly as the Pats let a shot go. That hits the outside of the mesh as we're down to the 11-minute mark. 4 minutes into this third period as here is Smart. Smart over the line, lets the shot go. He scores! Smart snipes that one on the blocker side, and that had some steam to it. And all of a sudden we see Glenn come out of nowhere because this was kind of his wish as he's hoping for a 3-2 final either way. And number 7, Gabriel Smart, has evened things up for PA.
What a wrist shot. We've been talking about how these players are launching bullets, not muffins, and that certainly falls into the bullet category. And the Pats faithful have gone silent.
Well, the Saskatchewan D coach, he's got the arms crossed. He don't look happy. As PA has tied this game. It's now 2-2 with 10:40 to go, and it's anybody's ball game now. As we'll have a face-off coming to the right of Caton.
As you mentioned that, I just looked between both benches, and both benches almost were identical at the time. Both D coaches had their arms crossed, not happy, and their forward door coaches were leaning over excitedly, it looked like.
Well, PA's crowd was silenced early in this hockey game, and now they seem to have a little bit more pep in their step as it's all knotted up at 2, and we'll see if this one kind of tightens up or if it opens up for both these teams. As now Smart's looking for another one as Burkheiser tripped up in the neutral zone. That's an easy call. And the Pats now going to go back to the kill as they're going to go to their 4th power play as Brian will head to the sin bin for 2 or less.
A little bit of Rick Astley going throughout our stadium here as the Pats set up their penalty kill. Has been really good so far this game, to be entirely honest.
Got to give credit to our music man, our DJ.
And just a reminder, this power play is brought to you by the Kachuk Wealth Management Group, or Kachuk Advisory Group at Scotia Wealth Management. At the Kachuk Advisory Group, we share a passion for our community. We believe that wealth is about more than just money. Stumbled that time a little bit.
That's because you were rushing, because the last time it was only 9 seconds long. As it will be Sullivan going forehand to backhand. Now he'll delay, get his eyes up. PA now on the power play here, looking to go up 3-2. As they spin, Beatty was slow to get there, they score! Sullivan, number 22, was able to shovel that one over top of him as Beatty was going the other way and was too late getting back to the post. 3-2, Pennsylvania.
And with the primary assist, playing in the 2011 tournament, playing in the 2012 tournament, Pearsall with a slick move behind the net. The backdoor play pays dividends.
Well, Saskatchewan looked like they had the game in hand early, and that's why you play 39 minutes of hockey here, not 60. As Savage lets the wrister go. Nice job there by the stick of Caton, deflecting that over top of the glass. Almost hit our goal judge back there, Arjun Atwell. And I was lucky enough to coach Atwell for 3.5 years in Sherwood Park. Heck of a player. Who's now graduated and he is playing at the UFC in your hometown.
Not a bad program. Not quite as good as the Cougars, but not a bad program.
Well, let's see if the UFC can get by him this year. As a shot deflected wide from the point. Saskatchewan really going to need an answer here, as PA has scored 2 quick ones. And if you're Glenn, you don't want any more goals tonight. This is good enough. He wants a 3-2 score. So Clark almost got tripped up there by Gran as Clark lets the wrister go. It is knocked away there by Beatty. Anderson breaks up that pass and will backhand that off the wall right in front of his own bench. PA comes off the bench. That was Clark. Hit a body and right back into the pad bench. So with 8:43 now remaining, PA continues to lead by 1.
I'm not seeing anyone limping because that must have hit a pad fairly hard. Had some velocity heading into the PATS bench.
And I think for the PATS, they got to create some energy somehow, whether it's from the coaching staff or the players.
Or even the fans.
And
They need to get back into this
maybe
game.
the fans got to get them fired up as LaBelle. LaBelle over the line, lets the wrister go, and what a snipe there! Over the blocker side of Caton. And it's 3-3. As that was a zipper.
I don't think many goalies had a chance on that one. Could have been former Calgary Canuck Ty Young in the net and probably still goes by. Selected from the Calgary Canucks via BC. Selected by the NHL Canucks today.
Well, that was a shot, if I've ever seen one. 8:24 left, and now it is all knotted back up at threes. 16-11, the Pats out shooting PA, and this game isn't over. Don't go anywhere yet. Conrad told you to get your coffee during the intermission. We hope you did, because we don't have time to go get it now. Smart. Back in there for PA. He had the third PA goal. We'll see if there was any apples on that play.
From 8 and 17.
Sounds like Kennedy and Redeberg got the apples on that play. LaBelle's still out there. He's working his way in over the line. They say no offside. It looked that way, but now PA back the other way. Burkheiser tries to slide that by McDougall. McDougall ties up his stick and slows him down a little bit. So that allows PA to pick it up at the hash marks. There's Pearsall with the half eagles. Brings it around, eyes up, shot right on. And there is Beatty with a big stop. You can see the crowd getting into it on both sides now as the clock ticks down. We're at 7:26 left, and both teams, as you mentioned, they're looking for that first victory of the tournament.
100%, and it's going to turn into a firing squad here, I think. Just put everything on net, hope for the lucky bounce, and they're going to call that one back. There is some motion from the Saskatchewan Pats.
So we're going to draw to the left of BD. We'll have the third goals from each side. Coming up shortly, Conrad will take you through it as soon as we get a little bit of breathing time. As Nagy trying to break in against PA, but it's broken up there by the slick skating defenseman of Clark. Now Julius.
I think you
Gets
meant
there
if
first.
we get breathing time. Like, this third period has been nuts.
Pearsall trying to wrap that around. We've had PA score 2, Saskatchewan with 1 in this period, and that's how we're all tied up at 3. Saskatchewan led 2-0 after 1 period. PA cut the lead in half after 2. And like we said, PA's got 2, Saskatchewan 1, and we're knotted at 3. As long as I'm doing my math correctly. As Julius will bump into Levin.
Friendly fire.
Levin's
Julius takes it off the face mask off the dump-in attempt from Brian.
got some good flow going there. As Saskatchewan will try to attack the dot lane. It is number 13, Schendel. Schendel cuts to the middle. Lets the shot go. That one blocked. Might have been a pass to Gran. As Brian tried to hold the line. Now it's kicked out. Head man to Levin. Levin's got a step. Brian trying to get there. Good job by the tracker. But the wrister just goes wide of the glove side. Now it's kept in by the pinching Clark. With authority, he puts it back down low behind the net. They try to wrap. It is Levin. Levin looking for reeling at net front. As it skips back to the near side corner. Big body contact there along the near side board. Tyler Bozak, the official. Maybe former NHL, or maybe current NHL player, didn't see the call.
And I've got it wrong. It's Bozek.
Bozak,
not Bozak.
All right, must be a distant relative then. Slight difference in spelling. As Greening keeps it in at the right point. Kennedy now along with Savage for Saskatchewan. Savage goes out to the wide side. They try to feather that one through as number 98 Anderson. He had the second goal when he had Catone sliding from from right to left and chipped it over his shoulder. Now it's back to the point again. Long wrister on. It's gonna hit a couple bodies and trickle into Catone. And we got some rough stuff after the whistle.
Yeah, they're both gonna go now.
And like we said, the intensity's starting to pick up with 5:02 remaining here in the third period. Shots 17-12 Saskatchewan. And we're gonna go, let's go to the replay if we can here, as we'll get at least one of the goals.
Yeah, just a nifty move behind the net to do that button hook spin and get it out front. Just a nifty move behind the net.
And that was again a power play goal for PA, which made him which put him at 1 for 4 on the night. As that puck goes down the ice, we might be able to get a next look at the other goal, as it will be icing. So let's look at the tying goal for Saskatchewan. As that was a bullet.
It doesn't look like we have the replay just quite yet.
No, they give us the nod saying they're not ready yet, so we'll just hang on till the next whistle. 4:49 now remaining. Here in the third period. Could we see overtime once again? As Renneberg back behind the PA net. Good hit and pin there by, it looks like that's number 6, Gunnar Morgan. Now Saskatchewan digs it out of the pile. They will look to spin away as number 8. That was Kessler Kennedy. Kennedy still in after. Greening, good pre-pinch position. Now Kennedy will try to go back to the point. Steven had to go under his stick, couldn't quite hold the line. And now we'll have to retreat as he dumps that one back in. No icing, as they were close to calling it. And now it will be PA. Bringing it back up. Nice job by Morgan to get it to Burkheiser for the shot tip.
Get the line change there.
I love how our production man Cody's trying to adjust the clock for you, as there's 3:55 remaining. All he's got to do is hit that play button, and he's got it. As now Julius trying to play that back in the net for Pearsall.
Yeah,
Pearsall.
Don't have a direct feed from the scoreboard, so Cody's got to be the man with multiple jobs here.
Doing a heck of a job, I must say. As Gran over the line. Steven thinking about activating into the play now. He's like, no, I got to get back. Hit the brakes. And retreat back to his posting. Now PA. Nice little half eagle there with the edge work coming through the middle was Clark. It's picked off now. Only momentarily by PA, as that was Pearsall going off for a change, and now it will be Steven. Steven crossing his feet over. A couple to the inside, couple to the outside, as he has those linear crossovers, but didn't lead to anything there. Now we're at the 3-minute warning, as Loya brings it back over the line for PA. He's got Reeling with him. He kicks it out to him, as that shot blocked by a Pat defender, and worked up the near side boards where it's back out to Morgan. Morgan, it seemed like he was just out there. Now he gets bumped by Schendel, as the Pats try to play that out with their skate was McDougall, but now Schendel will play it to the wide side, where there's a little bit of hooking and holding, and now they take down their man. No call, as the PA fans had their arms up on that one. Now McDougall pinching down again. Renneberg will not be able to hold the line, and here comes Hackett. Hackett had Reeling with him, but it's offside on the on PA. We'll get that third goal now, the tying goal. Conrad, go ahead.
Great burst of speed there. Just uses the defenseman as a screen, but an incredibly paced wrist shot. Take the eyes of the goaltender away, and it makes that incredible shot go a lot. And that's going to be a PA timeout here. So just had to communicate with our officials. I'm glad the camera is not on me once again as I try to play on my arms.
We might be able to get a couple looks at the goals here if we If we want, we got a timeout. We'll see what we want.
Let's redo that tying goal.
Maybe do that in slow-mo if our crew can get creative here.
As we all know, 30-second timeouts are more like 45-second timeouts.
Is that the horn for the timeout or
that
for
was
the
horn
tornado?
For the timeout.
Is there a tornado in the area?
Not today.
Might have to get to safety.
We had apparently. There we go. There we're close.
That was a bullet.
Yeah.
We know that.
But yeah, did definitely use the defender as a screen there.
Good job, guys. As we got 2:13 left. Didn't quite hit the 2-minute warning of the NFL, but we were close as the timeout was taken by PA. So they don't have any remaining. Saskatchewan still has one. And we'll see if that comes into play if it does reach overtime. As LaBelle, good stick lift on Wang there. Now Morgan will recover for his partner and we'll move it to Burkheiser. Burkheiser couldn't quite get to that puck. Brian played it back in, but it was a delayed offside, and now Morgan will chip that one in. And again, he's keeping his shifts quick because he's getting double shifted. As the Pats rim it around the wall, Burkheiser trying to keep it in. Sandwiching along the boards there was Redeberg. And Loya will play it to Nielsen. Nielsen will kick it out for Burkheiser. Burkheiser tries to let the wrister go. It's blocked by Brian. Now Burkheiser's juggling it all over the place. No call on the glove pass. They might have got away with one there. Unless Burkheiser caught a piece of it with his stick.
I think he might have. Just the faintest of touches.
And Loya trying to serve Anderson. Anderson at the face-off dot. Lets the shot go. That shot stopped as him and Loya go crashing in. And now they're going to call the extra cross-check on Saskatchewan, and that's an undisciplined penalty.
And this brings up a weird, different situation. So we do go to 3-on-3 overtime if this doesn't lead to a goal. Because it could, and we're probably going to see a Pats timeout here if I had to suspect things, if I had to look into my crystal ball. But, so if we do go to the 3-on-3 overtime, we will not lose a player from the side of the Pats. Instead, there will be an extra player over the boards for PA. So it'll be 4-on-3. Then, if we get a whistle after that, when we're back to 4-on-4, it'll drop back down to 3-on-3.
That makes sense. As Sullivan, off the draw, will control. This could be PA's chance to win it here with under a minute to go in regulation. As you can see, Saskatchewan trying to play the aggressive box, and they do force PA into a turnover, and no high stick. I think if you're Saskatchewan, you'd rather just let that puck go back into the PA zone and kill off the clock here. 30 seconds remaining. Stretch outlet to the far side for Sullivan. He gets tripped up by Greening. Greening will spin that back towards the inside ice. Now it's turned over, and they have their man on the back door. It's Levin, and he let the clapper go just wide. 15 to go now in regulation. Could we have back-to-back overtime games here? They slide that across. Levin had that go off his forehand. Now to Morgan. Morgan again right back out there for PA. Slides it to Pearsall. Pearsall will walk off the wall. Nice angle. Oh, he went off the crossbar, and time runs out. What a nifty bit of puck work there by Pearsall of PA, and he almost finished off this game for Team Pennsylvania, but we are heading to another overtime.
And in case you didn't hear earlier, this is going to be a 4-on-3 opening because of the power play. If there is a whistle in this first overtime after the penalty expires, then we'll drop back down to 3-on-3. That doesn't solve it. 2-on-2 overtime frame. That doesn't solve it. NHL-style shootout.
Well,
I think we both need to get a drink of water here.
Boy, oh boy.
Because craziness. I wouldn't have it any other way. Not in this tournament. And not for both these teams. This has got to be a huge relief. I don't want to call it a boost of confidence because it's not. It's the last game and you're 0-5. But you've taken this final game to an extra period. So, I think both these teams can go home with their heads held high.
We're going to get a look at the PA goal here. This was the third goal. And I know you thought it was a pretty slick play there by Pearsall. put that one, make that play to Sullivan.
That might factor into my 3-star selections here. Sneak peek.
So we get set for what would normally be 3-on-3 overtime, but like Conrad said, it's going to be 4-on-3 for Team Pennsylvania because of the Saskatchewan penalty. And if we get a stoppage, it will either be 4-on-4 live play, or if we get the stoppage, it will return back to 3-on-3. Remember, the overtime period only 2 minutes long before we go back to 2-on-2. So Pearsall out there for Connecticut with Sullivan, Morgan, and Smart. And Pearsall trying to send that one backdoor through the paint, but it was knocked away. As Cody, our production man, he needs a coffee, as he didn't even realize they had a power play. Now Morgan will spread it out D to D. Looks like Pennsylvania is kind of in a box format here. On the 4-on-3, they got to slide in. Smart will now activate. Nice job to open up the ice for Pearsall. Looks like a set play from Smart to Pearsall. Pearsall trying to find Sullivan at net front. He's banging his stick. He wants it. 15 seconds remaining in the penalty. As you can hear, the crowd starting to get fired up here. A lot of people now watching this one. Nice sauce backside for Smart, and they couldn't quite connect. As Renneberg trying to chase that one down. Just got enough of it to clear the zone. We're down to a minute left. The penalty is now over. 4-on-4 for the remainder of overtime unless we get a stoppage. Now here is Bear. Bear, the big frame, bringing it around the net. Couldn't quite center to Anderson pinching in. Anderson, despite the undisciplined penalty, is out there. Now he's going to get a chance. Anderson, shot wide of the net as Caton came sliding out. Well, if he did get a piece of it, a big stop there. 35 to go. Now in overtime. Now we got a penalty coming to PA. And it's going to be a trip. And I'm not going to lie, I get it's a penalty, but it's well away from the play. It's not a scoring chance.
And it's overtime. Like, that has to drive these coaches nuts. Let the boys play. We're yelling that to the head of officials earlier, but to Norm Shaw.
So now we're going to have a timeout called by Saskatchewan, and we were saying, will they need to use it in overtime? Well, they do. So
smart move to save it.
You got 20 seconds on that clock to say your favorite line. What is it?
Oh, right. This power play is brought to you by Kachuk Advisor Group and Scotia Wealth Management. At the Kachuk Advisor Group, Scotia Wealth Management, we share a passion for our community. We believe that wealth is about more than just money. It's not my favorite line, but it's a pretty good one.
Well, I thought you had some time there rather than
I did.
9 seconds.
This is true. Thank you to all of our sponsors here at the Brick Invitational.
We got 31.5 left. The draw will come to the right of Caton, who's now faced 18 pucks. Pats, on average, have been scoring 1 every 6 shot. We're doing the math correctly. Pennsylvania has scored on every 4th shot on average, as it'll be 4-on-3 for the Pats. Anderson and Kennedy out there. McDougall will play catch with Bayer at the point. They also go into a box, try to spread it out. They move it back up to McDougall. McDougall, D to D for Bayer. Bayer's only got 15 seconds left. Now moves it to McDougall. McDougall lets it go. He scores! McDougall fires it over the blocker's side of Caton. And Saskatchewan wins it on the power play in overtime. 4-3.
Zaid McDougall just outweights the man covering him, and a brilliant shot.
As we'll hopefully get a look at that replay. Can we get it quick enough? All right, well, it looks like we'll be able to get it for you, but we talked about both these teams coming in with donuts on the board in the win column. Saskatchewan able to get the win. And they will finish at 1-5 on the tourney.
But it's appropriate. Oh, and here comes that replay. Just an absolute howitzer. Rocks the water bottle of the goaltender for PA. And I got to hand off these 3 stars on down their way.
We got it again here. as Saskatchewan did a great job. Well, we got the replay up so fast, she's having a tough time buffering, but we'll see if we can get it to play for you. But Saskatchewan's back end, they did a good job not forcing anything, moving it D to D, playing catch, letting the box open up, and waiting for their chance to pick their spot, and they were able to do it there, as it was McDougall,
as I said,
firing that one home.
Howitzer.
Absolutely. So the Pats win it 4-3 in overtime with only 12.3 left on the clock. You got to run down and crush out our 3 stars.
And I'll let you break down our. Well, I'll stay here and we'll break down this play here, because I think we do have it ready to go. Oh no, we do not. But I got lots of time to get down there. And you know what? Good to the Pats. Going and cheering with the parent section. It's the last game of the day, so they got the time in the world.
Might as well.
And it looks like they're going to get a photo with their fan group in front of the jerseys and heads. So remember, this is a unique tournament. You don't get to play in a mall very often, let alone the West Edmonton Mall. And as I recall, there's only one other mall designed by these folks in New Jersey that actually has a rink just like this. Did you know that one?
I did not, actually. So you're not wrong. Look at that. Look at that team picture for Saskatchewan there. That looks good with all the away unis in the background with their heads, and a good way to send off the 2022
round robin
tourney
play.
for the 2012s. That is.
Yeah.
As the Pats know they're not making the playoff round, but a good way to go out with a very exciting overtime victory.
Go with a smile on your face, and both these teams need to hold their heads high. Pennsylvania goes in, forces it to overtime with a great effort, and couldn't be a more appropriate way to end it.
No, it was unbelievable, and if this is my last one of the week, I mean, it's been a pleasure working with you, and
yeah, and it's been a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. This is my last one of the week as well. So
we're both calling it a week.
Yeah, we're both calling it a week, and I hope you've enjoyed both the calls, and for myself, it's been a joy getting to interview some of these young players. So I'm so glad I can make this happen, and hopefully you guys at home have enjoyed the process.
Well, your job's not done. You still got to go do the 3 stars. I'm going to get out of here a little bit quicker, but just want to thank ASTV for having us on the broadcast. It was a pleasure. It was a lot of fun calling the Brick Tourney as always. And once again, just before we sign off, the Pats 4-3 overtime winners here against Team Pennsylvania in the final game of round robin play, in the final game of day 5 here from the Mayfield Toyota Ice Palace. We will wrap things up, but I think our camera crew, or our production crew, they think they can get the replay back up of that overtime winner. Let's see if the Wi-Fi is going to connect for us here. Are we going to get lucky? Still got maybe 30 seconds before the 3-star selection. They are trying.
So, today's third star from Team Saskatchewan Junior.
As we got it up so you can see the Pats were able to work at D to D. That was McDougall at the top with Bayer, and then Bayer sucked over the top penalty killer. Morgan couldn't quite get in the shooting lane, and there you see McDougall fire that one high blocker, and that was a bullet over the right shoulder of netminder James Caton, who gave Pennsylvania everything he had in the tank. So a great game nonetheless, and the quarterfinals and semifinals will happen tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon respectively. Thanks again for watching tonight. I am Adam Manna. On behalf of ASTV, we thank you for watching our broadcast tonight. Have yourselves a good Friday evening.
All right, everybody, your color commentator, Conrad Krausert here for your last game of the round robin. I'm joined first by Braden Pearsall. Braden fought hard to the very end there. What can you say about your team and how you came to battle today?
I think, we never gave up in the whole entire game. I think we played a pretty good game, but I don't think we got all that we could give out there.
Not justice with the result, but you brought it close. And what does it mean to close out the tournament like this? To give your best effort and to have your crazy fans in your corner and get them loud, get them believing, taking it to overtime.
I think it's pretty cool because our fans believed in us and they never stopped believing in us, and it was just pretty nice that they were supportive.
And you battle back from going behind 2-0. I know it's not the win you probably wanted, but are you going home happy at the end of this tournament?
Yeah, I think it was just a pretty cool experience. We gave it our all out there.
You certainly did. Congratulations, Braden. Enjoy Edmonton tomorrow. I don't know, maybe you'll watch some of the games, go see the water park, but enjoy. I'll let you head back down to the locker room. And now I'm going to bring in both Jordan and Zen. Smiles you can't wipe off your face here, because you walk out with that final game, walk out with a win. I'll let you guys both answer this. What does that mean to have the win here on the ice at West Edmonton Mall?
I don't know, it just felt good.
Felt good.
It was really fun and I appreciate it.
Really fun, and I appreciate it. So having to go to overtime, was that how you guys pictured this final game, or were you guys hoping, we got those two early ones, let's take it home?
No, we thought we were going to come out with a win in the third, but they came back, and then we had to come back, so. We thought that we were going to win in the third.
Same answer from both of you boys. I know, it's kind of a tough question. So, now that you've got your win in the bag, are you guys going to go celebrate with your team tomorrow? What's the plan, do you know?
We're going to the swimming pool here.
Going to the water park. Are you excited for the slides?
Yeah, definitely.
And it makes it all that much better, going out with a win, going out with a smile. So, if you had one player you build your game like, someone that you idolize, who would that be? I'll let you guys both answer.
Mine is, of course, McDavidby is my number.
He wears the number 97, so idolizes the Oilers number 97. Getting to play here on an ice rink that he comes and practices at. Did you guys know that? All right. So who do you build your game after?
My dad.
After your dad. The best influences are family influences. But that's it. That's all for the round robin. Congratulations, you guys. I'll let you go start the celebrations. Have a great day. For myself, Conrad Krausert, thank you so much for tuning in throughout the round robin. We'll have some more amazing hockey beginning at 7:30 here live at the Ice Palace at West Edmonton Mall and live on ASTV. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.